Welcome to the Family of Jays.
When you hear women say they conceived via IVF, what comes to mind? What does that look like? And what does that entail? We've been through two phases of the infertility process. The first phase was getting all the diagnostic testing done. The second phase was getting the IUI. Now we're on the third phase, which is IVF. I had no idea what the IVF process looked like. So I wanted to go a little more in depth of what IVF is. During in vitro fertilization, mature eggs are collected from ovaries and fertilized by sperm in a lab. Then a procedure is done to place one or more of the fertilized eggs, called embryos, in a uterus. IVF can be done using a couple's own eggs and sperm, or it may involve eggs, sperm, or embryos from a donor.
Good morning, guys. Today is February 9th, and I have some exciting news and some exciting updates. So the last time y'all saw us, we were finding out how many of the embryos that I had were normal or abnormal, and then we also found out the genders. So we know what the genders are that we have. But what I can say is we had a total of 4, and out of the 4, 3 are normal and only 1 was abnormal. I was concerned that I would only have like maybe 1 or 2 that was viable that I could use, but I have at least 3. So that was really comforting to know. The next steps now is to prepare for the transfer. I forgot what date that I had the baseline ultrasound on, but that was pretty much a waste of my time. I did the baseline ultrasound based off Dr. Escobar findings. He was saying that my uterus looked a little bit inflamed and irritated. So he took a biopsy just to make sure there wasn't anything serious going on, like severe inflammation. Of course, they checked for cancer, polyps, all of that. So he did a biopsy off of my uterus. And what was supposed to be a 5-day process took 3 weeks. They forgot to put the correct date. So they had the date, but they didn't put the year. Yeah, when they sent my biopsy to get tested to Arbor needs the date. So my paperwork was just sitting there because the year was not penciled in. And you know, for legal reasons and stuff, they can't just put in 2023. So Arbor had to send my paperwork back to Conceive Fertility so that they can put the correct date. And that whole process, guys, took 3 weeks for them to get that straightened out. And I was getting concerned because I thought, like, man, is there something going on? Is it serious? Are they doing further research on my biopsy? Like, so many things are going through my mind because it's taken them 3 weeks to do something that should take a couple of days. So I actually went up there to Conceive Fertility to find out what's the holdup, you know, what's going on. And then that's when she told me, like, oh, when we sent your paperwork off, we forgot to put the year. And so Arbor had to send your paperwork back so that we could put the correct date. I was like, really? And of course, they wasn't going to tell me. They wasn't going to, you know, give me a courtesy call and say, hey, we're sorry it's taking so long, but there was a mix up with your paperwork. They wasn't going to do that. That would have been great. Would have been nice. It would have saved me, you know, my sanity, and it would have calmed my anxiety because I thought something was wrong with my biopsy results. So anyway, we get past that. And mind you, they had me on birth control. I had been on birth control this whole time. So I started taking the birth control the day of my baseline ultrasound, all the way up until the 3 weeks that I was waiting for them to get my paperwork together and to get my biopsy results. My body was going crazy on the birth control. I was bleeding like crazy. I was cramping, which that's never happened on birth control. And yeah, I didn't like the way I felt, but I did read and do some research, and they said it is common. I think it's called breakthrough bleeding. And so that's what I was going through. What happened after that? I went up to Conceive Fertility to find out what was going on. And she was saying,
your biopsy results should be back next week. So you can stop taking the birth control so that you can get a period. And then when you get your period, call us back so that we can do your baseline ultrasound again.
So I told her, like, you know, would I have to be back on birth control? She was like, well,
yeah, because that's the process. In order to do your baseline ultrasound, you have to be on birth control 3 days into your cycle.
So I was just like,
oh my God. I'm like, oh, I gotta go through this breakthrough bleeding again and all these side effects.
Like, I was so upset, but guys, that's the process. When you're doing IVF, it's unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen. Changes may have to happen, and you have to be flexible and just roll with the punches. They scheduled me again for a baseline ultrasound. I started taking birth control again. And I also found out on that day that my biopsy results came back normal. Apparently I didn't have any inflammation, no polyps. He said that my uterine cavity looked beautiful, so we are good there. So fast forward to now. I got the calendar and we have a transfer date. So I just want to show y'all what my calendar look like, what my protocol is, and the medications that they have me on. As of now, I am no longer taking the birth control. My last pill was yesterday, and today I start the estrogen and the estrogen patch. February 9th, I start taking estrogen and Miniville. That's the name of the patch. And the patch is just pretty much another dose of estrogen. And then every other day, I'm going to take the patch. So if you notice on Saturday, they don't have the Miniville patch. And that's because I'm going to take that on Monday. So they are going to up my medication on that day, on the 17th. This is when I start taking the shots, the progesterone shots. So if y'all know what this means, you know when you start seeing the progesterone shots, that means that the transfer date is coming. So you typically take that maybe 4 to 5 days before your transfer. I have to take the S-trace, progesterone, doxycycline, which is an antibiotic, and Madral. Now I had to look up Madral because I'm like, what is that and why do I have to take it? I don't see that on other women's protocol. I've actually never heard of Madral. It's pretty much a steroid. Go to the next page. So guys, that is the transfer date, March 5th. And what's crazy is our anniversary is March 3rd. So happy anniversary gift to us. So that's what my protocol is, guys. I'm going to be on all of that medication, and then I believe either the day or the day after my transfer, they're going to have me on baby aspirin, I think, for about maybe 4 days. So I'm like even more confident that it's going to work because they're just taking so many preventative measures. And another great thing that I've added and I just started doing yesterday is acupuncture. I can do a whole separate video on that alone. It was life-changing for me. When you're either like stressed out or you have anxiety, your body goes into this fight or flight mode, and then that's when all the adrenaline kicks in. My body felt so calm and relaxed. It didn't feel jittery or anything. I was worried that the anxiety alone would cause me to miscarry because no matter what I did, I just could not get my body to calm down. And I was hoping and praying that acupuncture would work, and it did. Now, what I'm thinking of doing is probably doing the acupuncture after my embryo transfer, because even though they didn't give me a time, I'm sure it's going to be in the morning. And so I can probably schedule a evening acupuncture session on the same day. I was a skeptic. I really was. I was like, I don't know if this is really going to work, but it really works, guys. I'm going to try to film my next session. I'm going to try to see if I can film a little bit of it for you guys. All right, y'all, this is my medication. That's my patch. These are the progesterone vials, and then these are the needles. the mixing needles, the actual needles, and then I have my sharps container. So this is all my medication, guys, in preparation for the transfer. I'm so excited. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's going to be my routine day by day. I don't know if I'm going to film it or not. It's really nothing to see, you know, to take my medication, but I just wanted to update you guys and inform you on where we are now in our journey, and keep watching to see what happens next. Good morning, guys. Today is February 21st, and I am running a little late like always, but I'm on my way to get my second sonogram done. We're doing a lining check. I'm hoping that the lining is thickening up. It's looking good. Of course, I'm gonna take y'all with me, so.
Yeah, so the cervix, they'll enter the catheter through here, and it'll thread all the way down, and then they'll place baby and remove it.
Nice, all right.
I know, and it looks really good. I'm gonna do a couple measurements.
Okay.
But I can tell that it is looking beautiful.
Nice.
And your ovary looks good.
Okay.
And this ovary looks good. Everything looks great.
Yay.
Yay.
Hey guys, so as you saw, I got my progesterone and oil shot done. I'm about to sit on a heating pad, but I just wanted to come on here real quick and just update you guys. We are now well into getting into our embryo transfer. So this is actually the 4th day. We started February 28th, right?
Yep, which was Wednesday.
Yeah, that was actually the first day that we started the progesterone and oil shot. That shot was terrible, but each day we've been getting better. We've been figuring out what's the best way, what's the best method to do it. My best method is to use the heating pad for a while, and then I use my vibrator, my massager that has heat to it. Stop. We don't want to say that.
You ain't gonna hear that, dear.
We don't scratch that. So I found that using my massager with the heat really works. Let me show y'all what I have. And I got this off of Amazon, of course. So this is what I'm using. This is what it looks like. And this really works, y'all. Y'all should try this out. So I'm using this in combination with the heating pad, and it's been working wonders. I got this going on in the midst of us celebrating our 5-year anniversary. This is our 5-year anniversary weekend. We started yesterday. We went to the spa. We was there all day. And then today we did kind of like some fun activities. We went to a place called Labyrinth. Is it Labyrinth or Labyrinth?
It's Labyrinth.
Yes, so we went to Labyrinth, and that was an interesting, unique experience where it's pretty much like a obstacle course / escape room. Thank you. And then tomorrow we are going to go to church in the morning and then going to have dinner at night. I have my last doctor's appointment on Monday, so that'll be my last appointment before the transfer. I don't know if the next clip y'all are going to see is me going to the transfer, but either way, we have made it. We are here finally. So I'm super excited. I'm nervous, but we got a lot of hope. Y'all have been on this journey with us thus far, and this is where we are. I've even gotten started on the nursery. I cannot wait to show y'all what I've been doing with the nursery. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but yeah, I went a little crazy. I went all out. I mean, this is our first child, so why not? Y'all keep enjoying our videos. If you have any questions, if you have any tips, just write it down in the comment section, and we'll see y'all later. Keep watching.